Hello, this is a very short introduction to peer grade and peer grading. So, what is peer grading? Conceptually, the idea is that students will hand in some kind of work. This means that you hand in your reports, it can be videos, or it could be other things. And then, when you've handed in your work, then you give anonymous feedback to other people's work. So, you read other people's reports and then you give them feedback and you give them some evaluations as well. Then you get back the feedback that other people gave to you, so you can see it, you can read it, and then you give some feedback on their feedback. So you evaluate if you like the quality of the feedback, and you also mark things you disagree with, for example. Finally, the teacher, which in this case is me, get an overview of the whole process so I can see who's performing good, bad, which exercises were hard to solve, if any of the evaluation criteria were hard to answer, and so on. So why are we doing this? So the first and foremost reason is that students get a lot more feedback. So normally when I have to run this course and I have to grade 160 students, I simply don't have time to go through the exercises. I don't have time to give any feedback to you. So doing this, everybody can get some feedback on the work they do in the course. The other reason is that all research shows that students learn a lot by giving feedback. So there is this study by the Education Endowment Foundation which shows that feedback is the most impactful way of teaching. So it's very important to give people feedback on their work if you want them to learn anything. The other thing is that metacognition and self-regulation is also really important. And this means thinking about your own learning, thinking about if the thing you're doing is actually good or bad. So we're really trying to use the modern research to make sure that you learn as much as possible, and peer grading is a way to do this. So finally, here are some quotes from some of the people that have been using peer grading, and Sune is one of the teachers at DTU, and he's saying that with peer grade he's been able to give dramatically better feedback in his course. Then there's Mads, he's another teacher, and his students are really happy about it, and he also says that the students are as good as him in picking the best text from their fellow students. And then there's Thomas. Thomas was a student in computational tools last year, and he says that feedback from peers can vary a lot, but that also means that sometimes they catch something the professor would not have. And that's a really important part of peer grading. So I've been part of building a tool for this called Peergrade, which is found at peergrade.io. And this is a tool you're going to use in this course for handing in, for giving feedback, for reading your feedback, and so on. So if you have any questions or comments about this, please talk to us. Please talk to me or the assistant teachers, and we'll happily help. Thanks a lot.